God for that.
I feel like that's also a Greek thing, because like I've watched my big fat Greek wedding enough times to know how Greek physique works.
What?
He's talking about Greek physique.
Greek physiques are interesting.
Well, yeah, I was saying, tell us talk about my big fat Greek wedding.
How accurate is my big fat Greek wedding,
It's
Boo?
pretty damn.
It's pretty damn it. No, absolutely.
They're like, no,
Here's
it's
the
not. I'm
thing,
like,
no,
really? Really? 'Cause
Greek
you're the
families
Greek,
are a
I'm
lot
the
like
American
Jewish
in that
families.
situation.
Liru.
Mm-hmm.
Greek families are a lot like Jewish families in that they want to be like super close to each other. They eat really good food. They're very close with each other. And yeah, religion's a big thing, a big part of it.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
That's
Yeah.
the thing, you know. Most of our holidays surround, you know, like Greek Orthodox holidays, like Easter. You know,
Jewish Orthodox
Yeah.
holidays, baby.
Jewish Orthodox too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to eat an eyeball at my graduation. That was fun.
I did eat, well, because you were supposed to eat the eyeball, and my brother and I ate the eyeballs for you.
My uncle said.
Oh God! Oh.
So it's kind of funny. An eyeball, it's the same consistency, I would say, as a dick, like just kind of like gelatinous, you know?
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
It cannot be the same.
They're kind of the same.
You haven't sucked enough to know.
I've sucked enough to know.
When did you suck?
Oh, I'm not supposed to tell you that.
Barb!
Barb muted himself. Turn the chat up.
I've been to one Greek wedding for my aunt. May she rest in peace when I was 6. Yeah, they're very loud.
Yeah,
There's a
Greeks
lot
are
of
very
people
loud.
usually, I think that's probably.
You don't talk about eyeballs? Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. You sound like you got something else in your mouth right now.
I don't have anything in my mouth. Don't worry about it.
Do you want something in your mouth?
Sure.
Yes?
You.
As Dream is saying, how much do I have to pay you to feed me nuggies? I'll wear a maid outfit as well. And I was saying, you know, me in a maid dress feeding him nuggies is one thing. If both of us are wearing a maid dress, that's another thing
Oh my
entirely.
god, I will feed both.
And so now they're asking me, what's my price?
I will
Everyone
give
has a
you a
price.
head
Okay, the round started. Let's
Also,
get this over with.
Started. That's all.
No, we still have a job to do. Let's talk about the faction. So BLUFOR is attacking. BLUFOR is attacking.
6 UKs.
Yep, same things we saw for EU round 3.
You are a fucking
The tip is gelatinous, but the rest of the skin is not okay.
It's not. It's
It's-
just smooth.
No, it's not gelatinous, but it has the same texture.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
I feel like an eye is more like eating Jello.
Why are we talking about dicks with eyeballs? Okay, just BLUFOR.
Can I
Barb,
put googly eyes?
BLUFOR. You're not putting googly eyes on my
Wait,
penis.
but it would be so cute. I'm gonna put a little sombrero on him too. Oh, señorita.
I can't.
That would be so. You know the little tiny sombreros they give you with Margaret. I'm gonna save one. And I'm gonna put it on there.
Okay, no, we need to back the fuck up.
No, okay. So there's. Can I explain the background as to why he's called Pablo?
No, you're not explaining why my.
So Liru is.
No. Stop it. We're covering what BLUFOR is. All right, Barb, go. What does BLUFOR have? No, come on.
It's wearing M81 pattern camo using M
All right.
M16s, M2.
Yes.
They have two M113s, one with a 50 cal and one with an M240. They have a Huey with side guns with M240 Golfs. Do they have any other transport? I'm not seeing anything else in the base, so it's just those. The
No, outside there's transport trucks. There are 5 transport trucks.
Very true. Are they the armored ones or the unarmored? They're unarmored. Because
They're unarmored.
Very nice and wide, just like Bloodwing. Very nice and wide.
He says you're very nice and wide. 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 There's also 2 113s with one with 240 Bravo and one with a 50 cal.
I already said that.
I mean, I guess I'm wide.
You guess you're wide?
Yeah, I have them hips.
You do have them hips.
That's what I'm saying.
Them hips. Got that big ol' butt.
Oh my god. What does GREENFOR have, Barbarian?
GREENFOR probably has do they have the They have the Katibas. They have the 6.5mm Katibas, same as the Chinese. I don't know why they have them, but they also have PKMs. They have an Isla to counter that Huey. God, that's gonna be awful for the Huey pilot. And Katibas, PKMs, PKPs, and then an RPG-42 Alamut somewhere. No, that's not him. Someone has it. Someone somewhere has it.
That'd be Charlie too.
That's exactly 1 year ago.
Probably.
1 year
They also
ago.
have a BTR-60. I think they had. It said they had two. Did one other?
Nope, only one BTR-60, one PKM Humvee, and one 50 cal Humvee. That was it.
Yes, and the PKM Humvee is the upper armored one. You can tell because of the bulging windows and the silver-lined interior. And the 50 cal Humvee is not the armored one because it doesn't have any of those. And it also doesn't have a gun turret. Only the PKM one does. So it's a bit of a glass cannon, that 50 cal. But used against the 113s, it should be very useful.
Convince me.
Barb, can we have body pillows?
I didn't put my... Bloodwing's asking if you can have body pillows. Or can she have body pillows of what?
Of your merch.
Of your merch, apparently.
Of my merch?
Yes.
I mean, I could probably commission Darf to make some body pillows. She'd probably be uncomfortable.
She wants to...
Do you want a body pillow of air?
Boo, we have to focus, please.
No.
Please. No, we'll have this conversation after the fucking stream. Barb, Sector 1. Sector 1, Barb. Why is it outside GREENFOR's AO? Go.
I don't know, because the mission maker is stinky and he doesn't like its GREENFOR at all. It does lead up right to the edge of the town, so they should be able to reinforce it quickly if they so desire. However, Sector 2 and 3 are inside the zone. This is a sector defense, which means that BLUFOR can attack any sector in any order they wish. It does not matter which order they attack the sectors in, similar to the last round.
Was that Sector 1, Barb?
Pretty much. Okay, so the benefits of Sector 1, it is on the other side of a bridge, which means
right?
BLUFOR does have a natural bottleneck to go through. They are choked through this bridge. They could also, especially using those 113s, go along the waterway and crossing over that part of the terrain. But otherwise, they will need to go through, over and across that bridge. Inside, it's a pretty basic city, about a dozen or so buildings to clear out inside the sector itself. It is mainly the school building, the big kind of residential halls, the apartment building, etc. Yes. Yeah, Bloodwing, I see that in my fucking chat.
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
She doesn't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so what do you want to see the body pillow of, Bloodwing?
What?
Say it again.
What specifically do you want the body pillow to be of?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe you in a maid outfit?
My fucking
Kind of
God.
funny.
No.
No, I want Operator Chan.
So that's mine, though.
That's a Liru thing. Don't you have one made of Operator Chan
No,
on
but
the
you're
body
gonna
pillow?
dress as Operator Chan.
I can do
No,
that.
is that not what you're doing?
No,
That's what he
seriously,
said.
no.
That's not how it
That's
works
what I was
out of
gonna.
my mouth.
No. That's what I was gonna do last Friday. But the wig I got was like absolute garbage tier shit, and then the jacket I got was too big, and the vest that I had from
Oh my God,
Airsofting
then send it to
like
me.
3 years ago was too small.
I'll dress as Operator
and so I
Chan.
had. Do you want us to both dress up as Operator Chan, and then Liru can have his pick?
Yes. Can we both dress up as Operator Chan?
Sure, Boo.
Yes.
Whatever you say.
Yay.
Nice. Yeah, but as Alcoholic Flow says, I could do a photo shoot. I know I have a friend. Who would absolutely take photos of me, like on a green screen, like in a full suit and tie. Like I'll even put on pants and like dress shoes, and then the other side I'll like be like half naked with like
Wait,
the
what do you
tie
mean you'll
still
even put
on.
Pants? Like you normally don't wear pants?
No.
Oh, I see.
Bloodwing, this
It's
is
the
a
free robe all
Zoom
over again.
conference outfit that I normally wear. It is like nothing above below the waist. I could be naked and you wouldn't know.
Hey Barb, let's do a cosplay photo shoot.
She wants to do
That's
a
what I'm
cosplay
saying.
photo shoot.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah,
you take
let's
pictures
do
of
it.
me, I'll take pictures of you. You know, we post them somewhere, you know, on the OnlyFans,
I
wherever,
got
you
Insta,
know.
Let's do it.
Oh my God.
Leo can come.
Moving on to Sector 2. Sector 2
Yeah.
is a small little ammo dump storage area. Pretty small. I wouldn't see this used. I wouldn't expect to see this used. They could barricade themselves and dig in on the ridge to the southwest of the sector, along hills 91 and 105. But apart from that, there's not too much here to work with. The barrier itself is the stone kind of fencing with some holes inside on the bottom of it, as most people do. But apart from that, it is pretty sparse. Sector 3, which GREENFOR is arriving to now, is the town of Pepinal. This is a pretty decently sized town, some Altus structures, and a logging factory area as well. Some nice stuff to work with, but my concern would be the foliage around it and the fact that it is a pretty steep incline. It'd be hard to really tell things approaching from both the west and the north. Your thoughts?
I think they could hold both of the bridges with the third sector and do a really good bottleneck. Yes, the 113s are a little bit of a threat because they can do some sort of naval pass, and yes, they do have the UH-1, which can also deploy forces on the rear of GREENFOR, which is why I think they were given, but I think GREENFOR could easily just bottleneck both bridges and stop a lot of BLUFOR's forces from getting by, and thus force BLUFOR to just move a lot of forces either with the UH-1 or just take long trips with the 113. But even then, BLUFOR having to adapt to move that much force through those routes, I think is unfeasible, so they're going to be forced to just kind of push the bridges themselves, you know what I mean? I mean, that's just my thoughts. I do see forces coming along both of these bridges, but I don't think they're going to hold them. I think they're going to push through instead. I don't know. What do you think GREENFOR is going to set up on? Because I also see that they're setting some stuff up on the way southern mountain range here at 347 with that BTR 60. It's a bit interesting.
Yeah, I get there. I like where their head's at, but I think just it's got to be too far for any kind of effective fire, even with the 14.5 main cannon on it. Maybe some suppressive fire down to Sector 1, but even then, that's almost 2 clicks. Probably is about 2 clicks. And then elevation difference, nah, they need to move to like maybe 0.204. But honestly, like, even then, that's pretty rough.
I mean, I am seeing that GREENFOR is deploying some forces just stopping short of Sector 1 to stay in the green zone because they can't leave it yet. But I think they're going to try to set up a flash defense here and hold that bridge. But again, I think they could just hold their choke points and really hold out.
You bringing up the bridge makes me think, who do we have in there? We have Fawn, Stevenson, I can't tell. I would love to see a satchel charges placed alongside that bridge, wait for one of the 113s or even a truck to drive over, and then blow them. And so the trucks blow up or the 113 blows up, and use that as a bit of a booby trap. But obviously they would have to rush a bit forward, set that up, and then rush back. But that would be very interesting to see.
Yeah, they definitely need to drop a payload.
Really? Don't worry about it.
No, I want to hear it.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, X-Ray for GREENFOR is also setting up to, I guess, watch BLUFOR as they come in. But I think that's going to be really important for GREENFOR to see where BLUFOR is going to deploy their forces here so they can kind of prep ahead. Because otherwise, GREENFOR might just get lost here. But they are abandoning Sector 3 as well. And that far southern force is a little bit concerning. I'm blinding myself here because of how quickly I get on the map. But
yeah, it looks like they're going for
it's weird how the
Sector 1.
Yeah.
Sector 1 is like, Yeah, I mean, the 113s, with how deep that river is, the 113s should be the only ones that can cross that waterway. Maybe a bit just to the right of the, or sorry, to the west of the bridge. It is just shallow enough to where maybe the truck can cross. Elsewhere, I really don't know. But except for maybe if they were to cross over to the north of Rickwood or over to the north of Sector 2, that would be, you know, the other way they could come in, and they'd come in from the northeast. But yeah, it's an interesting prospect that I'm excited to see how it unfolds.
So I think GREENFOR is actually going for an all eggs in one basket defense on Sector 1.
Yeah?
It's interesting how that's folding over. I guess they're fearful of the UH-1 being used to flank around and deploy on the rear of Sector 3. But I guess we're just going to see how GREENFOR utilizes X-Ray to just get recon on. We also have Lolo out. Who's Lolo a part of?
TSB.
Yeah, well, I know. No, he's part of the X-Ray group. So it's a three-man group, and there's also, yeah, funny choice right there, forehead. But no, they're going to just, I guess, hold that one city and see what they can do with it.
I was answering that genuinely. I thought, oh, did he forget that?
Of course you are.
No, like, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So meanwhile, BLUFOR is mainly deployed. They've got the UH-1 fully loaded. They've got the trucks fully loaded, and they also have one of the 113s is fully loaded, and the other 113 is half loaded.
So GREENFOR, they have pulled all three of their armed Vics, the BTR and both armed Humvees, down to .197, just west of .204 that I was talking about earlier. It is still about a click and change shooting into Sector 1, but it is significantly closer than the point that they were setting up on, so we should see some sort of effective fire, especially alongside that bridge. They should have a relatively clear line of sight, especially with the 50 cal and the 14.5 of the BTR.
I'm just going to be curious to see where those BLUFOR trucks go in the opening round. If they try to push to Sector 3 or Sector 2, I want to know how much of that force is going to go over there and how much force is going to continue south to Sector 1. Because if BLUFOR isn't careful and they send half of their force to Sector 1 where GREENFOR is ready for them, they risk getting eliminated early on by GREENFOR's defensive garrison. BLUFOR will lose that number advantage, and things could easily turn into GREENFOR's favor here, but we'll just have to see.
What I'm surprised about is Standers and Fawns in the Ural pushing west up to the north. I'm not surprised that they're pushing west. I'm surprised they're pushing west with the truck. I really want to see them plan some charges down, but they're both in X-ray, which means that neither of them will be combat engineers. So neither of them should be able to do that. G-Legs taking off to the north over the water and probably heading off east, yeah, to Sector 3 with a load of about 6 or 7 people.
So the trucks are going to follow this SSR. One is already going far out the get-go. Otherwise, the others are slow to follow. I haven't seen the 113s go just yet. There they are starting to deploy. And X-Ray for GREENFOR is just getting an Overwatch position. They're really going to watch that T intersection to see where BLUFOR goes.
So now Chupless and Grav now passing with some trucks, and
they're going to go sat. Wait, nope, there's the turn.
Yep, Chupless just barely remembering the turn, as the rest of them, yeah, they're still trying to head out. Did one of them have an armor incident? No.
Both of them go.
Taking some time.
So now are the 113s going to follow?
Well, they're still over at base, but they do have 13 souls on board each. Now these trucks, Chupless with 14, Grav with only 1 extra. They're going to pass by. I don't think they spotted that.
Ooh, they're cutting south now, though.
They left the lights on. They left the lights on the truck. Do they spot the truck, though? No. Does Montgomery spot it there? Nope. He really does not see that.
Yeah, so they're just deploying into this compound over here.
Yep. They're investigating it. They're clearing it out just to be sure. But yeah, Pinto might spot it, but even he's just like walking by like it's no big deal.
So I gotta wonder why BLUFOR is deploying so early. I think because they're using this as a staging point to go to Sector 2, which is going to buy GREENFOR more time.
And now here comes another truck, Jibs from Tau, with a dozen or so people.
Looking over, though, on the GREENFOR side, we got Legal Action crossing the bridge. He is usually a demo specialist, and he is that today. But, oh, yep, there are charges floating over the bridge here, so you might see that demoed.
Jane, Lurch, and Steel have spotted that truck. They're like, wait, that's not one of ours. That's a Russian truck. What the fuck is going on? So that should get called up, and they should start to sweep the area to some degree. But who knows?
The points are non-sequential, so they can be taken in any order. It's if it says rush, then it is sequential, but if it is non-sequential, then it
When we look at the map, it's when objectives say active or inactive, and that is not the case with this one.
They'll also have a red circle over the area.
Yes, but yeah, 113 is coming in hot, squirreling about a little bit, but they do get through just fine, and so they will proceed on. I think maybe the infantry were acting as a bit of a screen, making sure that the 113s weren't caught out by some AT. Meanwhile, up to the northeast by the east coast of this little island, we do have Charlie 2, Bravo, and Platoon 1 HQ deployed up here.
I'm gonna watch BLUFOR's deployment.
Chopper? No, the chopper dropped off the people over further to the east of Sector 3.
Yep. Those guys are gonna probably get on the mountaintop at point 343 at the peak and try to overwatch BLUFOR's elements across that bridge. I'd be willing to bet BLUFOR's a little fearful of it because it's a natural choke point, but with GREENFOR all deployed to the south, actually I think we're seeing a 113 go into the water on the northern side. It might try a naval approach as the rest of the force just overwatches it for the moment. But we are seeing more trucks pull up to the previous dismount sector.
Yeah, those 113s are amphibious, so this is a 50 cal one. It's
the helicopter flying all the way back there.
No issues whatsoever. There's no GREENFOR in the area to really counter that.
It's fully loaded too.
Sector 3 first. Oh, interesting. Stanners has stolen one of the BLUFOR trucks. He is currently inside.
Of course he has.
He's hanging in the back right now. He's just vibing in the back. You should be seeing him try and climb in and shoot out the back, but he has actually mounted it into a seat, and so he's just vibing. I saw the truck icon on the map and I got very concerned. Fonz is coming to join him, but yeah, they should be able to, like you said, pass that info up and be able to tell them, hey, yeah, they're coming from the north. They're not coming down the MSR. No one has come down here. They spotted a bunch of trucks and both 113s, so that should be enough for them. And we are seeing GREENFOR now crossing over the bridge by Sector 1
guy,
and
that's
setting
Rust.
up on the other side of it.
I think it's on the multi, though. I played around in FNF. Draco's asking if we'd ever play FNF on the ground. I mean, you and I have both played around, though, so...
Yeah.
Just to experience it.
I played one round, got killed by someone I never saw, and then
Both of us did,
casting, and then that's what I've been doing ever since. I played it. We both played on a ground skating recon. It was a ton of fun. We've been having... People have been asking us, or at least me, about doing a round where we both command against each other.
Oh, God. Maybe one day, Barb.
Maybe one day, but
we both know the commanders aren't really followed. It's the platoon leaders instead. Maybe someday, Magic Conch. But we got GREENFOR now pulling the Vix away, and BLUFOR is turning around, wondering what that noise was. Yeah, they were on a hill, and they watched one of those Vix drive off, so they're trying to go over to at least save the other vehicle. Stanners has put the Vic in the ocean to flood it, to disable it. It's a good call there, but will Fonz follow? It doesn't look like he did. Unfortunate. Meanwhile, we still have the 113s coming around, and that Huey is flying in the air to do some Overwatch. And we have the X-Ray group also overwatching Sector 3 to confirm it's clear. Interesting.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back in map view.
That doesn't mean they're fast. They're very slow. What would you say, like 5-6 kilometers an hour?
The 113s in the water? Yeah, at best I would say 8.
Yeah.
But unlikely past that. I think
Now we
BLUFOR is
have
going to take this slow. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say Montgomery's group over by Sector 2. They're creeping up slow. They'll take that, of course, without any trouble as well. And it's just going to be then pushing into Sector 3, and we're actually getting a nice layered defense. We got probably about a fire team or so across the bridge to the north or northwest of Sector 1. We have another fire team over by the Rickwood marker itself, and another fire team a bit further north of that.
There's the other truck going into the water.
A little bit layered defense, I think somewhat effective, especially if they're able to fall back and do a bit of a firing retreat, maybe bound by fire back.
Hold up, we got some shots going out here. That is on GREENFOR X-Ray.
Ooh, yeah, they did get spotted out by something. Yeah, they got spotted out by Jane Saunders. That was the group that spotted
So that's Fawn's running back.
Yeah, I think Fawn's was the one that got hit.
Mission type is sector
no,
control.
I'm not seeing any blood by him. GL's... Are they just shooting at the truck?
We have Fawn's. Fawn's was hit. He is bandaging right now.
So he is. Yeah, I'm seeing the blood underneath him now. So they were able to spot some part of him. Unfortunate for him. So that's going to be a full squad or so that's going to come back and start combing the area for him, or for both of them.
There is BLUFOR capturing Sector 2.
Yeah.
And otherwise, we're seeing a pincer on Sector 3. Half the force has not passed the bridge, while the other half is being that amphibious group. This is going to buy GREENFOR, I want to say, another 7 minutes of BLUFOR from Sector 2 moving on foot to Sector 1, and then Sector 3's force moving along either sides of the landmasses going down to Sector 1. So it's buying GREENFOR a lot of time to maneuver here, but we are starting to see X-Ray move down, and other elements will soon follow. But it looks like BLUFOR at the Sector 2 group have sent a squad back, and they are trying to sweep for those contacts they saw. And now it's Stanners with the their own vehicle. He is also beaching it himself, which means he is intending to keep the forces here. He even damaged the Ural as it was going in the water.
Back over towards
More
Sector
map
1, we have
deployment.
Guy Fury, Flux, and Mike busting out windows in the top of that 4-story building from Tanoa, kind of an apartment complex-looking place. But they're busting out all the windows on the top floor. If BLUFOR were to notice that, they should be able to see, oh, hey, that place is garrisoned. But I think by the time they get towards Sector 1, they're going to know and be expecting a fight to a certain degree. If that makes sense.
No, I think I can understand what you're going for. It's just BLUFOR is still going to have a lot of room to get down to the south, but it's still going to take a lot of time. There's Sector 3 being taken.
Yep, Sergeant Brennan was the first one in, and yeah, they take it without any fight.
Real quick, X-Ray was just picked up by the UH-1, and now the UH-1 is breaking north. I think it's going to redeploy on a different vector, but where is the serious question?
Yeah,
Looks like it's going to swing around to the east, probably redeploy somewhere southeast of the other AO. I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I could see them landing over by Sokovo to the south by the barrier, by the map border, I should say. Otherwise, it would have to be to the southeast, near-ish to the armed vehicles. If they were to land far enough away, it would be able to land without them hearing the rotor blades, and then that X-ray group could then move in closer. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
No, it looks like they are going in that vector. Those Humvees on GREENFOR might be used then to try to wave that helicopter off, but maybe the helicopter is going to land on the southern landmass and try to get some Overwatch from there. Well, it'll be an interesting one. Otherwise, I am seeing BLUFOR remounting one of their 113s, but again, it's going to be very, very costly for time as BLUFOR tries to redeploy, especially with a lot of their trucks in the drink now, so it's going to force them on foot.
Wait, how did a bunch of trucks get in the drink?
X-Ray drove them into the water under the bridge, even their own truck, to deny BLUFOR movement with those vehicles to slow them down. That was Stanners driving them as Fawns cover them, but Stanners is now taking fire from BLUFOR.
Yeah, that group is still keeping their eye out for them, and they did spot them. I think Fawns the No, Standers actually has the.
Sanders is the marksman rifle guy.
Yeah.
Bonds is the team leader for X-Ray.
Yes. Apart from those two, I don't think we're gonna have much contact for the time being. So I'd like to ask.
It's just gonna be
What are
chill.
you gonna have for dinner?
Bloodwind, what are you gonna have for dinner? I think we're gonna do burgers, right? Burgers, yeah.
Well, yeah, but like what specific?
Burgers and
you
milkshake.
mentioned there's a specific place. Like, what are you gonna get?
Silver Diner. It's because there was a really good burger place where we live, but it's closed, unfortunately. So we're just gonna go to Silver Diner, keep it cheap, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, but what are you gonna get at Silver Diner?
Burgers. We just said that.
Well, what are you gonna get on your burger?
Bloodwind, what are you gonna get on your burger? Fried onions for her, and what else? Crispy fried onions.
Oh yeah, it seems so.
And what type of cheese? Cheddar cheese, alright. Okay. And bacon. And all the good stuff, apparently. Personally, I don't know what I'm gonna get. I'll just have to see the menu again. It's been a while since I've been there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I do have to figure out what I'm gonna eat.
There's a really nice burger place, not near me, near-ish, over more towards where, like, my hometown, not where I live now, probably about 20 or 30 minutes away. But it's
Right.
it's a Korean burger place, and they have a
Korean
lot of
burger
great-
place. Interesting.
Yes, and it's very nice. They got some like pimento cheese.
Yes, Bloodwings introduced me to these, so it's great.
Like a garlic aioli like sauce. So good. And they have a great like dusting powder for their fries. It's very nice.
What's in the dusting powder?
I don't know, some kind of bit of a chili powder kind of vibe. Nothing too spicy, but a little bit of a kick and more of the flavor of the chilies than really the spice part of it.
I see. Well, back on some of the action, we still have some BLUFOR elements engaging X-Ray as they try to pull away. And I have noticed BLUFOR has redeployed that X-Ray force, and they might actually get eyes on these Humvees in a hot second. That marksman rifle part of X-Ray is going to be a really good asset, I will say, to pick off the gunners and get some free kills. So I'll be keeping an eye on that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Deploying them east of the Humvees, they're not they're none the wiser. And yeah, especially that 50 cal gunner who is a medic, and also the PKT PKM gun. Those are both going to be just like prime targets for these for the marksmen.
This guy went
the
the
distance
bunker
would be
and
only about
red. Poor red. Just hold him right there.
to 300 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's well within the effective range of a marksman. And we do have pads now. He has spotted the 50 cal one, and I think he just spotted the PKM one as well.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if they can line up some shots on it. You already have the marksman going rifle up here. I think he's just trying to find an optimum firing position.
Yep, and I don't think they've been walking really too hurriedly. So yeah, I think he's going to go a bit more up onto some flatter ground and go prone. But yeah, this distance, easy pickings, especially with that DMS scope. If he had an ACOG, that'd be a bit more of a stretch. But with the DMS scope, easy.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Yeah, so he's backed up a little bit. Go ahead.
Fonz and Sanders are still being hunted, but really, Lurch and Mito, their group, they've been really hard pressed to try and find them. Lolo has still remained undetected for the most part, and yeah, with about 15 minutes into the round,
elsewhere.
I don't even know if we've had any casualties at this point.
Check the left roster. I'm just seeing what this BLUFOR X-Ray group is. I think they're just scouting the Humvees out for now. Definitely they haven't been spotted. They're on the edge of a hill going downward, so it's going to be tough for them to be spotted on a skyline. But I think they're just overwatching for now and also looking past the Humvees and getting some good intel. But if they wanted to capitalize on this opportunity, they would have by now. So I think they're just using this lull to get intel, and then when command clears them, they'll start taking pot shots.
Sam Hanwich, I don't mean like Lurch's group as in like his unit. I mean like the squad that he's a part of. That's what I mean more so than like the unit that he's here with, if that makes sense.
I don't think they're gonna make a move, but GREENFOR is... Well, I mean, they moved one of their Humvees here, but the other one dismounted. Huh?
Well, we do have both of the 113s down, actually, in craft to the east of Rickwood in Sector 1. Have those been spotted out by the Humvees? I think... No, Lee's looking more towards the bridge.
Ooh.
And he's
Was that some blue on blue? Or...
That's... No, he's shooting at nothing.
Gotcha.
Now
I thought I
there's
saw
over
some symbols
Daft
over there.
Quest. Daft Quest is over there with a PKM. There, he's being shot at, but it's more just...
I think
like,
X-Ray's gonna open up in a second on these Humvees.
Yep, there it is.
Yep, there's the shots. I think they just heard that. You had one of the gunners immediately get out, and now they're looking around.
Olaf is doing some nice defilade peeking, standing up, taking a shot, and going back to prone.
Mm-hmm. So now they're turning. Let's see if they see him.
I'm more surprised that they opened up on the bridge. There's literally nothing there. Daft was like...
Yeah, I think that was a misplay. We're starting to see the PKM suppress the hill as a panic, but that M2 Humvee's pushing off.
Yep, and they're suppressing the hill as well. But now the PKM, both of them...
Gunner for the M2 Humvee's down.
Yes, is he down or is he dead?
Probably dead, actually.
Yeah, Lee, he is dead in that turret. He got domed.
The other one's taking a tumble.
Ooh, but it lands
It's okay, though.
Nice. Ooh, it gets a little close, but it's fine. They do need to swap some people, but no, actually, no. They only have 4 people. They don't have any spares.
Mm-hmm.
Lee was also the medic, so they're SOL for the most part. If they want, I'd say maybe solo crew the 50 and use that as a bit of a further engagement piece, but that PKT with the turret, that's going to be great in close quarters, in which you're going to want 2 people to, drive and then man the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Still, very unfortunate.
BLUFOR still, I mean, needs a few more minutes to maneuver, but this is going to give them... Yeah, still about only 25 minutes left on the round to take it. PKM now firing downwards, and I think the driver is staying in the other Humvee. Yep, just not getting on the gun. He doesn't want to risk getting shot out and leaving that Vic for BLUFOR to take. Now you're seeing some machine gun fire from the BTR, actually. That's the 7.62 coax firing up to try to stop BLUFOR's advance right here. Got a 113, though, pushing up to the 2 GREENFOR Humvees, and now they're trying to move away. AT also going up. 2 shots of AT going up.
And nothing.
Near misses.
And a bunch of bullets. Twicking now, pushing up. That's the 50 cal.
Yep. But there's no one on the gunner.
There's no one on the gun.
And Catch
No one.
almost flips his Vic, but it comes back. And now Twink's trying to box it in.
And now the PKT's trying to fire at the 113. What the fuck is happening?
I have no idea.
Was Buckets the one on the gun? No, he was part of...
No one was ever on the gun. Catch just hit a vehicle there. I thought I saw some blood, but... GL coming in on Catch as he plans his quote-unquote great escape.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is a weird one, that's for sure. But Catch is now trying to break off and head to the south. Excuse me.
Yep. That I don't know why he's heading down south, unless to try and shake him off.
Maybe get on the coast and regroup with himself, check on his gunner, and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, recuperate a little bit. We do now have some extended...
I have no idea where the other Vic went because the gunner's dead, so we don't get a symbol for it.
That first layer defense. Daff is now shooting at the Humvee, thinking that the Humvee is BLUFOR, but yeah, I don't think he was even effective.
So Cullen got through with the other Humvee. It's now at friendly territory. They brought that 50 cal up.
Yep. No thanks to Daff, but still.
Now you have Gamma for BLUFOR firing at their X-ray group as they come down the hill, and I've noticed it's actually getting into day. It's getting slowly brighter here. And GREENFOR Gammavic is now making a pass, probably to run for the bridge.
We also have a fire team. I think they're
Takes a few shots.
For,
the gunner's turned in.
Group of Fawns and Stanners over to the northwest of that main group. Pretty far out from sector 1.
I wonder if there's any explosives planted on the bridge.
Some separated BLUFOR groups. I'm really not sure how this is going to pan out. Catch is now going across the bridge as well. Will DaftQuest open up on that Humvee as well? No, he does not. Good for him.
We have Lolo all the way to the north. He's getting attacked by a whole squad, and he is taken out.
Oof.
That was more than likely Montgomery that got the kill. I'm checking the rest of these guys. Yeah, it believes to be, it was Montgomery that got it, but at this point, Lolo's just distracting BLUFOR from advancing and buying GREENFOR more time to, you know, just hold this position.
Oh, and Montgomery gets Thanos snapped from the server.
Lolo's revenge. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yep. Chip was gonna scavenge his body, but damn, that is unfortunate.
Alright, who do we have down here? Arcs is firing some pot shots up at BLUFOR's main advance. We just have a bit of a strong arm weak, what is it? Strong claw, weak claw, right. Strong claw coming from the north, weak claw across the bridge in an interesting position I didn't expect BLUFOR to be in, but GREENFOR set up this way, and they do have some really nice defensive lines. I think GREENFOR could be able to stall for time if BLUFOR is unable to push through these lines.
You said that they had some satchel charges down along the bridge. Was that the
not the double bridge. I didn't see any. It's the ones that were planted earlier right next to the objective itself on that small bridge there, so.
Yep. Wait, no. Yep, there's one. I see it. Yeah, I'm seeing just one guy with AT over by that bridge. Actually, two. Thaddeus has an RPG-26, and then Stathenberger has the Isla. So actually, that's not going to be AT at all. But that BTR, yeah, the BTR 60 will have enough firepower with the 14.5 to pierce through the armor of the 113. The question is, who's going to hit back first? I guess really it's going to be the BTR, because Tricking doesn't have a gunner on the 50 cal. That's going to be the only thing, apart from actual AT, to deal with that BTR.
So we're seeing GREENFOR now firing across the, what would you call this, a river?
It's like a strait, more like.
Yeah.
But Colin
straight.
a lot of fire, nothing effective. I mean, Trace is whizzing right by his ear. Oh, and I say that means that. Yeah, he's just fucking dead. Actually, no, who was that? That wasn't Colin, that was...
More BLUFOR pushing up on the hill right here, but...
Was that Matt?
Let's
yeah,
watch
that was,
the tracer fire.
Specialist Matt. I think he was from the BTR. He jumped in the turret of that and then got fucking...
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if the
just
Huey
like,
comes in to pull some close air support, but look at these tracers going back and forth over the strait here. Some AT also going on
not
the
effective,
BTR.
Short. I don't know short of what, but it was short. And now
Yeah, it was trying to go for that BTR 60, but yeah, as you just said, it's pulling back. That one a little closer. Charlie 2 up on the hill to the north. They still have got 4 rockets to work with, but I think the BTR is pushed behind that barn at its angle. It's at a spot to still fire over the strait, though, at BLUFOR coming in.
It needs to keep moving. It needs to get out of there. And really
I think they're safe because they saw the second rocket come from the north, and they know that as long as they stick behind that barn, they're safe. but
Onside. Oh wait, no, that wasn't even the Moz. Those were two M72s. The total consign's off to the north with Charlie 2. He's the one with the Moz, so he still has plenty of rockets to work with. Those are just some Moz shot off by Alpha.
we're also seeing some of GREENFOR firing on BLUFOR X-Ray. That is Arcs shooting up there, I believe, with his 249. No, it's a Katiba. Cool. Or, what is it called again? I always butcher the pronunciation.
No, you're right, Katiba.
Katiba? All right, cool.
Yeah.
And then
113 across the bridge. Pickles with the
Yep.
TR. There's a light. The light is in the way though. There we go.
it's only him though in there. Oh, but he just got shot by the 14.5 millimeter on the BTR. That killed him, and now it's dead in the water. But thankfully, it was only him, so BLUFOR's not going to take too many casualties from that. By the way, BLUFOR deployed a squad to the south, and yes, they did just AT the 113 as well.
The dead 113 because that wasn't communicated.
Well, they didn't know that it was. They you know, in their shoes, I would have hit it as well, because you don't know if it's filled with infantry or not.
That's fair. But no, Thaddeus does get the kill for that 113, and that is an asset off the field.
You got the rest of GREENFOR X-Ray doing their stalling tactic. I'm going to check on Stanners here. Fawns died on the open hill, overpowered by BLUFOR, but Stanners is doing his best to try to stay hidden, but Wise is now trying to pin him down.
Good job. You just killed him.
I know, I jinxed him. I'm sorry.
It's good. But no, right now, this is a pretty dire situation for BLUFOR. With that BTR still up, it's going to come down to either I think it was Stathenberger? Let me double check it. No, Total Con Science has the Moz. Oh, as I say that, he's sighting it in on the hill. He has a clean shot on the BTR. He just needs to sight it in, get the proper range.
Let's see if he nails it.
Oh, it moves right out of the way. If it hadn't moved,
Wow.
Great hit into the side. That was almost like a counter curse. So yeah, Pickles is gonna live for a little bit longer at least. No, Rocket.
More BTRs coming in. That actually managed to knock out Race. No, it did hit the BTR, and it's gonna cook off.
I don't. Yeah,
It's got the forward smoke coming out as well. We're gonna see that blow up in a second.
Yeah.
There's the fire.
Comes out of the tire, no less. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's what I was saying. With that BTR still up, it was going to be a problem because only the AT could take it out, and the AT took it out. So, hey, look at that.
All right. I'm going to watch this bridge with the straight. I'm trying to get a good shot here because we're going to start seeing BLUFOR maneuver on the northern side. And that's going to help alleviate the forces across the strait to push in, and BLUFOR will hopefully be able to get a more unified battle line. But again, GREENFOR is fighting for time. We're actually going to have the 15-minute warning get called in a little over 5 minutes.
Yep. So no, they've been playing this well, just burning that candle, absolutely. If they can hold off to the north a little bit longer, I think that GREENFOR has a pretty decent chance. We do have, after the south, yeah, that's where that team got dropped off, down by Sokovo. So they're going to have to cross the bridge as well, and they do have some GREENFOR guys down there to fight with that are going to spot them as they try and cross most likely. But yeah, that's a major force up on the north side with no bridge to cross. They do have a bit of a narrow landmass to cross over by the Rickwood marker northeast of Sector 1, but that's a lot wider than the bridge, and than any bridge on this map. GB, you're right. Every goddamn time we fucking call out someone.
Streamer's curse, right?
It is like clockwork, man.
Personally, I'm just enjoying watching the cinematics here between the forces. With BLUFOR just closing the gap here. But I don't know, like BLUFOR, because they lost their transport Vix early on, it just means they have to keep maneuvering on foot. Also, G-Legs landed that helicopter earlier, but I think he's getting it back up.
Wait,
let's keep watching, because Delta's really trying to barrage BLUFOR, GREENFOR Bravo here to try to force them to pull back.
What do you mean with the chopper exactly? Because
well, okay, they landed for a second, but now they're back in the air. I really want to see some chopper gun runs though in this AO.
Well, the problem is that I do have that Isla on GREENFOR. Mountain is in the Huey, so that would be devastating to see the Isla take that out before it really can work. I think it's better for them to keep that in the backline as a bit of a rapid transport, but we'll see what they end up with. I'm surprised more across that straight that Alpha and the remaining 113 haven't passed over yet, especially now that the BTR has been taken out and Thaddeus wasted his AT. Because right now...
Was Thaddeus a single AT shooter, or was he a single AT? Yeah. No, that's because he, it was earlier with the Humvees, right?
No, with the 113, that crossed over that he blew up. Because the BTR shut up.
Oh, right, yeah, on that 113, I thought that was a Mat Team gunner for GREENFOR.
No, the Mat Team gunner has the Isla. Because
what did it say, Mat Team gunner for Isla?
I mean, whether it did or didn't, that's what it is. Because,
okay.
Actually, no, it was Staffelberger who's actually dead. He dropped the Isla, and well, he's got some people around him, but no one else has picked it up. So they might go back and pick it up, but it's a dire situation, I guess.
Yeah. BLUFOR still doing their best to hold that hill, but GREENFOR, I think, is slowly starting to push back here. We see one of their Vics with Ketch in it, trying to pull back with another guy. That's the PKM vehicle. But otherwise, honestly, GREENFOR's been doing a really good job of holding this position, and every minute they buy is one more minute that BLUFOR is going to have to, actually is going to lose and trying to get to the last objective. So even the, this one GREENFOR force I've been watching stay over around this strait, they're still here. BLUFOR does have a squad to the way south, but I mean, are they going to be enough? I see BLUFOR Command has also been deployed on a hill to the west overwatching the final AO, but unless BLUFOR really changes their strat here, how much time is left?
Just under 50, or just over 15 minutes.
Yeah, 16. So, I don't know. I think GREENFOR is going to be able to win this to time unless BLUFOR really changes up their maneuvering.
I mean, they've been softening this all up really easily. And now we have the 113 starting to cross. That's Granny with the 241. It doesn't have any turret shielding on it, so it's a bit of a sitting duck as it crosses, but there's no one around for GREENFOR able to snipe out the gunner. Once it gets on land, it's going to have some mobility again, but it's still just going to be very exposed. Yeah, kind of everything needs to now...
It only has +1, though.
Yeah,
so it's just the gunner, so I don't know how much that's going to be effective.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm surprised that Alpha over on the other side of the strait from the sector haven't like been faster on pulling out and trying to get across that bridge or across the waterway.
Oh, crap. Hold on, Barb. I'll be right back for 30 seconds while we use my help grabbing something. Shush. No, we're getting stuff for the restaurant. BRB.
I know. But yeah, so 15 minutes remaining has now been called. We're seeing a few more casualties. DAF finally goes down to some fire from the north of their position from the BLUFOR main line. And yeah, it's really just a lot of plinking. We're actually seeing a lot of BLUFOR now push down south. The 113 is actually coming back. Looks like it's going to be getting at least some infantry in it to make that trip somewhat worthwhile. At least that's what I can think of. As the BLUFOR X-ray now taking fire from GREENFOR, Alpha 2, and the remaining Humvee with the PKT. We do now have actually Bravo 1 on the other side of the bridge to the north. It's on the wrong side of the waterway though. So that's going to be something they need to figure out and get back on the other side of it. But with now 14 minutes, less than 14 minutes left, this is going to be very close. I think GREENFOR should win this. They very much have the ability to win this with how much they've been able to dig in and prepare some defenses here. Echo 1 now, Saunders, Lurch, Mito, Tendy, Sled, Steel, and Nuclear Moose coming in from the south side. They're going to be able to start poking at this angle of attack and draw the attention of the Czechs. We have Tesek, Emzikov, Dardis, Pierce, DFI, and others as the Huey makes
Yep, the Huey just made a run.
Yep, and it's taking a lot of fire. Now Martin, T5 Bay, and T4 Up have pushed up to the barn opposite of Davquest and McDudas. So there's BLUFOR now starting to make some ground very quickly as that Bravo 1 group across the river starts heading down southbound along the riverside. Dream asks, does Liru get a long leash tonight because he was a good boy? Depends on if Bloodwind thinks that he was a good boy tonight. I don't know. Chance. That is a very nervous laugh, which makes me think that it's real. Moving on. The 113 did pull back to the other side of the river, and it is picking up a load of infantry, so it'll make its journey at least somewhat worthwhile, as they will be pushing across soon, but with 12
and a half minutes.
12 minutes and change, yeah, left to go. It's going to be very close. This Echo 1 group in Platoon 1 HQ down to the south of Sector 1, that's going to be... that's going to make them stretch the defense a little bit thin. I don't know.
Mountain in the radio tower all the way to the west?
Yeah, you're the one who called him out as well.
I didn't realize he went up there, though. I thought he was just staying on the hillside.
I didn't either.
Mountain on a mountain, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's got great eyes from up there, and he has not been spotted out yet. However, I mean, there's some people to spot him out. King is actually... What's King looking at? He's doing like the same thing, but like from a much lower angle for whatever reason. I think he's just watching this side of the bridge. And he will have to, as now Bravo 1 will be starting again to contact with Mike, Panzer Grenadier, Moon, and Dylan.
Do you think BLUFOR has enough time to take this sector, though?
I think they have enough time. I don't know if they'll be able to really utilize it, because I think they're going to be a little bit more than a little bit rushed as they now come on 11 minutes left. It's going to be very close. They have the numbers, but it's more so the traversing of everything. They have a lot of people across the bridge to the north. They still have those charges down. So if the combat engineer is still alive, which they should be, I think it's legal action.
Tesek, excuse me. He's looking in that direction. He is the explosive engineer.
One of them. I think it's legal action has the one along the bridge. But yeah, Tesek,
but it's an S
looking
Tesek,
south with the rest of the FPS Czech guys looking down.
He's digging trenches that way, though.
He's been digging trenches for some time.
Dwarf Nation down. Making biscuit.
Like the cats, like that.
Pat on the chest.
Yeah.
I can see your point. 10 minutes, Barb.
Yep. I'm telling you, it's going to be close. They're pretty heavily garrisoned there. King is now...
Ooh, yeah, King just got literally Hillary Clinton by total conscience there. It means you get shot in the back of the head twice. It's a running joke. I've never told Bloodwind about the Hillary Clinton.
I'm the one who started it. I can explain it every time. The fact that it needs to be explained, I digress.
It's part of the joke.
Guy Fieri in the fourth...
You're a joke.
Armor Jesus and Guy Fieri in the fourth story of this building on the northern side of the river, or waterway, whatever we're calling it at this point. They're starting to trade some fire. This is not looking too good for GREENFOR, I have to be honest. Now the 113 has just made it across the waterway with its 12 souls on board. It needs to turn around though.
Yeah, it's got to actually get on the ground. But I am looking at TF121 Catch. He has the PKM Humvee, and he is behind BLUFOR, and there's actually a lot of bodies. I'm not sure if that was him that opened up on it.
Martin has he has yeeted the M2 Humvee into his possession, and now he's pushing up with it. So they'll have a bit of a volume. What's the word? Force multiplier.
For what?
The M2 Humvee that Martin just grabbed.
Yeah, it would be force multiplier.
So they're going to be coming in now along the biggest attack vector.
8.5 minutes.
Large Lurch making his way into the sector, right by that apartment building. So he is now inside of it now. See what they're able to do about it. He's actually looking for the entrance to this building. Will he be able to clear this out? No, he won't! I think that was Kevin or Indigo Fox that caught him out and shot him in the back.
Yeah, so this BLUFOR force coming up close. I mean, 8 minutes. We still got Dylan back here, though.
Yep.
Will he be able to make a difference, though? Felix breaching his building.
I think he heard that. I think he heard the door or something because now he's looking down on those stairs. The classic Altus 2-story.
Yeah, he's still downstairs, though, and Dylan is just going to hold that stairwell.
He's not holding it. He's pushing it.
He is pushing. He did for a second, but now he's coming back.
Yep. So, I don't know. Felix also comes back out. Now, I think the main force is, the main concern for GREENFOR is going to be this group to the east, between the 113 infantry and that Delta team now coming in close with the N2 Humvee. That's our main concern. This bottleneck is not, well, I say that, but Constance actually avoids the bottleneck and does cross over the river. So he's going to get on the other side of it without too much trouble.
I don't know. So a lot of GREENFOR's force over on the eastern flank has kind of been pushed past. And they're looking kind of light here. It's going to be a close one. We're on 7.5 minutes? No, 6.5 minutes. I just heard explosives go off.
Yeah, that was actually over by Armor Jesus, so that was whoever was up there with him. I think he threw a bad satchel, because that's when people... No, that was Guy Fieri who went down. I don't know why there was a satchel explosion. Maybe they tried to blow up the building, but I don't know if it has a destroy texture or not.
Yeah, that one I don't think has a destroy texture. It's one of those Tanoan ones. I heard another explosive charge go off far where Gamma deployed those infantry. But that GREENFOR garrison is helping to really stop some of BLUFOR's force pushing, and I just saw a lot of BLUFOR guys get decimated. And now it's just up to Buckets, but I think Fonk is trying to find an angle on him, or he was double tapping.
About 5.5 minutes now. It's getting really close. We do have T5A inside the sector on 7 kills, about to come up and get their 8th.
You gotta kill Dap, don't worry.
Does go down to sideways. Does get their 8th though. Lagged out a bit. There's a bit of an interpolation there working in T5A's favor. But yeah, there's
Martin also breaching in.
Patron now in the sector going to the school building. Because that's all that matters now. We also have the rest of his team, War Dog, Guard, and Mayhem coming in. Patriot gets a surprise drop, but no, they actually trade. Tessic with a great reaction kill. I think that was Tessic. Yes, it was. So he's actually able to get the a trade on them. As I'm starting to freeze up a little bit.
I am happy that the UH-60 is flying orbitals right now. I don't think the GREENFOR had an Isla for this one, to be perfectly honest.
Daft Quest, I can confirm you did get 1 kill.
Yeah, he came in my chat. I confirmed it for him.
Okay, cool. I just saw that on my end. Yeah, it's looking less and less likely now for GREENFOR as Total Constance now gets in the zone along with the rest of Guard, Operator War Dog, and Fallout Mayhem to the south. They're going to need to pull back in the people, whatever they have left, with about 4 minutes left to go, but I think it's too late. I think BLUFOR has this.
You think BLUFOR has this?
I think BLUFOR has this, because since they're in the zone...
True, it might go to overtime.
I think so.
I wasn't considering that.
With how overwhelming they have, you know, the overwhelming presence are starting to get in the zone.
Yeah.
Conscience, though, he gets tapped. He's down by, I think, by Kevin.
Well, so if overtime's called, you're going to see all the GREENFOR forces that are on the outskirts fold in.
They should already start folding in.
Yeah, but they're in firefights right now, so it's going to be really tough for them to do that.
Ooh, sideways. He has 3 people now coming into his building with that 249. I don't know if he realizes or not.
He's doing his best, though.
He's actually shooting at Arma Jesus now. So no, he's not doing his best. He's doing his worst.
Sorry, I got the wrong firefight looked at.
Morin now coming up to his floor, hearing that gunfire.
Is that UH
something?
The UH-60 is getting lower and slower. I think they're gonna try to land eventually.
Ooh, sideways. He gets one, but they trade, and so that building is now under control of BLUFOR.
Yep.
And it's really just up to DFI, Broken, and Pierce to hold this one for as long as they can. But now, 3 minutes left to go. I think it's BLUFOR's game. Pierce trying to catch some BLUFOR out in the back, get some good shots.
GL goes in, hits Nick and guard.
But just not effective. Cyrus getting caught on the open. And actually, let's get the shot back onto Pierce, I think.
This is a lot of fire. I think BLUFOR's getting confused by Cyrus firing.
James pushing in. Finds CFI. And now they have a fight.
Let's see what Jane does. If they're smart, they're gonna throw a satchel in here, though. But I don't see anyone with explosive specialists. We got firefighter nearby. He might do it.
Ooh, DFI goes down to Jane. Great shooting. Jane takes some shots, but it isn't anything serious. And it's now down to Pierce and Broken. Broken in the stairwell with the PKM gets caught up by, I think that was the marksman actually. Yes, that was. Now he's pushing it with the Glock. Olaf's Glocko. And Pierce pushes into. Oh,
Olaf gets him.
And now for the win.
Broken responds with that machine gun, though.
And now it's literally down to Broken. He's the last one in the sector. It's over. I think BLUFOR has this. The number
A
of
minute, 30 seconds. They might not call overtime, though. This might just be a holdout. You got Jane wanting to go in with backup.
He's holding that door with that PKM. No better gun for it.
Especially in CQC.
But no.
Oh, but he gets tapped!
And he's down. But Edwin pushes in at the same time on the south side.
Oh my gosh. Nice little clutch here.
And so now it's going to be, I mean, he's got 4 BLUFOR in this school building. He's pushing in. He needs to hold his trigger. Hold that trigger. I don't know if you even saw that guy to his right. That was Greek. He gets
Starts firing with the PKP. Gets the double tap. Every kill's gonna count. Oh, and there it is.
That's it. With 30 seconds on the clock, BLUFOR takes a sector. 10 Patrick just outside the zone. That's going to be it for the second round.
Nice.
Beautifully done.
Ghoster jumping out of the chopper as it circles around. And he tries to land on the school. Nope, he's going to land in the circle there.
Should have just crashed into the building. GG.
GG indeed. All right, Barb, I got to run off to dinner, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my stream here and give you a raid. So thank you. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye,
Go operate operationally. Go watch Barbarian for round 3. Otherwise, cheers. Have a good one.
Thank you. Hope you guys have some fun at the restaurant like you did last time, like the Korean place.
Yeah, no, it was a good spot.